Recording. Hi, and welcome to Doing Business with Love. And today is a little bit funny because it's me getting interviewed. So I'm going to just throw it on over to Nicole Eisler that has graciously accepted interviewing me. And I hope you check out her interview too. But let's throw it on over to Nicole.
Hi, everybody. Now, I get to say I'm super excited. No, I really am super excited because Mila has so much to share with us. I know how much fun I had in my interview, and our energy is just, it's awesome. So I'm really looking forward to where we get to go today and the journey we go on and learning a little bit more about that deck she's got going on.
Yes.
You're tuning in to hear about Mila because of her business and her mindset expertise, right? Being a mentor for people. But on this amazing journey, she had this vision for the entire summit. That's why you're here. Isn't that cool? Like, she had a vision, an idea came through, and naturally how we're all connected here right now. And I've enjoyed watching all of the interviews so far, but I was really looking forward to getting to sort of pull more information out of you. And more about being the creator of the Wealthy Reader deck, which when you said, I want to make sure I get it right, the world's first deck that means business, like that's such amazing energy. And I've pulled some cards for me already. I'm very excited, and we get to see a few more of them today. And just a few that I've had a glimpse at through one of the other interviews with Mo was amazing.
I know.
Really packed with energy. So but on the vision, why we're all here, how your idea and your energy brought us together. Tell us your journey. Where did you start from, and how did we end up here together in this great space?
Okay, so big question, and it actually goes back quite a few years because I bought the domain Doing Business with Love, I think about 3, maybe 4 years ago, if you can believe it, that long ago. And I've had it on my mind. And as you may or may not know, I have all my goals here for the year, and I read through them every day. So I read through them every day, and one of my things was launch and host the Doing Business with Love Summit, interview 22 people, and make this happen. And when I wrote it out by December 31st of 2018. And I kept on reading it every day. And I said, why am I waiting? Like, wait, don't wait. So the first person I asked to join us was Ina Lucas, who is a good friend of mine. And she said yes within 5 minutes. And I was all like, okay, well, here we go. Now I'm going for it. So this is what happened. And I built a website, and here we go. And away we go. But this is the thing. It's about taking the action. Like, I waited for a long time to do this, and I don't want people to wait anymore. So I want you to take action. I want you to take that inspired action. And I had the domain, but all of these people that I interviewed, every single one, yourself included, Mo is amazing, Ina, the We Are Badassery, the Badassery magazine, everybody, April, Pamela, Josie, everybody, Di, everybody is amazing. And each one of these people have touched my life. And I believe with all of my heart that you guys are doing work with your heart. And that's what makes it so important, right? That's what makes it so important, because we're moving to a different scheme of things. It's a different landscape of business. It's not that masculine push, buy my stuff, do this, 10K in 24 hours and do this, which is absolutely possible. But you know what? Is moving into a softer and more natural. And you know what? Here's the thing. Intuitive people are tuning into their intuition more and more frequently. And they know if you're full of crap.
Yeah. So on that, I mean, when you said I asked 5 minutes, she said yes. When you asked me, I was actually in Mexico. I was on the poolside. I'm like, oh, Mila. So this is a reflection, though, of you being the magnet to attract the right people, right? We attract what we are. And so that intuitive piece, but I do. And I didn't even, it just,
I'm going to tell you, with every person I asked, they said yes within 5 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't about, I don't really know this person.
Right. No, everyone hopped on. Everyone said yes.
Well, and the topic of it and the way that you describe it is so true, right? We, the days of massive numbers and piling people in there, and that's really, people are really craving that connection again and not feeling like a number, right? And so it's, now that I've known you for some time, and that stood out to me was she really cares. Like, she's very genuine. She is passionate about what she's doing. But in your description, in your words, because to grow a business, man, you really have to love you can grow a business, but are you really fulfilled? And are you really, excited every day? Is it what, right? But when you look at your business and even the journey of it, what is it that, I'm going to ask a different question. Like, I know how much you infuse love into your business, but what is it that you really love about what you do? What gives you that, that this is why I do this rush, right? That kind of feel, because that's the feels for us, right? That's
it's the feels. It is the feels. And the reason why I do what I do is, perfect example, this happened this morning. Somebody tagged me, Miss Jenny Kinney. She this morning in the We Are Badassery Facebook community. And she took one of my boot camps called Obsessed with Success. I am obsessed with success. I read my things. I have my daily things that I do. I have my 111 project I'm doing. I am totally focused. I'm focused and I'm passionate about it. But the reason why is this. She put a post in We Are Badassery, and she said, I've been reading tarot for 22 years. And I've always dreamed of having a course and a website. Since she's taken my Obsessed with Success boot camp, she has gotten her first sale online. She's launched her first group program, and she already has sales in it. She has given a free workshop. She's done all these first, and that's the reason why I do what I do. That is the 100% unequivocally reason why, is because I like to see people grow. I like to see them grow from their first to even, getting that consistency in their business, finding the structure, doing what it takes to move them forward, being that motivator, being that cheerleader, because I love to watch people succeed and I love to celebrate with them, and that's like the best thing about it, right? When you wake up you're happy and woo, people are like kicking it woo, and I love being an idea giver too, which is actually something that I talked about in Jasmine's thing, is that not all of our ideas are meant for us. Some of them we get and we're meant to give them away. And that's part of doing business with love. You can't hold on your ideas. It's like baking a can of brownies and just eating the whole thing yourself. That's gluttonous.
Well, I could. I'm just kidding. But with ideas, no. Right?
Yeah.
Had a member in my community the other morning. I woke up and I saw what she posted, and I was like, oh! And I immediately, here's an idea for you. I had another member. I sent her an idea from something else that I saw. And, that's what you're talking about too, is getting people out of the gates, right? If you're, whether you have a business or you don't have a business yet, but you want one, there's something about doing business with love that brought you here, right? Whatever point on the path you're on. And so to have someone like you where it gets people out of the gate sometimes it's that first step, right? It can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be, because you really, when you do it with love, it's more inviting. I can't hold it back, right? And so to give people that, and what I also heard from what you said too, is you put that energy, you really help them activate it and be more aware of it and what they can do with it. And that's what grows. I'm just
all about taking those inspired action steps, right? So one of the things that I learned about putting this together is literally, okay, I could have been a little bit more organized. That's okay. You know, first time doing something like this. It's not going to be my last time. But it's also about taking those inspired actions. And I didn't have any clue about this, but I'm going to make this into a podcast. I am actually going to start a podcast.
Nice.
And do this.
How things evolve, right?
And it
but
evolves.
that is that intuitive nudge. Listening to that, where you have an idea and it evolves into something else and you didn't shut it down. You're like, oh, right, I could take this to another level and you know, grow it into something else. I think in business, I just had a session too with a client, and would love your perspective, because you're helping not all, you know, I'm sure your clients are, again, all across the gamut, right? Just starting, and but sometimes as an entrepreneur, or you want to have your own business, or maybe you're newer at it, you look at it and you go, oh my God, there's so much to learn. There's so much to do. How am I going to, the thing was, I'm scared because of the whole thing. And I said, well, you don't do the whole thing at one time.
No, you don't.
You go in stages. And what has your journey and your experience been, where you started, then, you know, how it evolved? Because now look at, you're doing a summit, you created a deck, which I can't wait to talk about.
Yes.
But what's your perspective? You know, how would you share with someone maybe just starting or looking at even expanding, but feeling like there's so much, you know?
Okay, so there's a little bit to that as well. First thing is we don't need all the things at once.
Right.
You can start a business without a website. All you need is your conversation skills, a telephone, or an internet connection, and you can take sales with PayPal. It's okay. You can start with that. It's perfectly all right. You can start with just listening to your spirit and trusting it and taking those first steps, right?
Huge.
First steps are huge. And this is like, if you've always wanted to do something, then do it, because it will lead you to more. The other part of this is following your joy. You want to follow your joy. What makes you happy and expansive? So if you want to grow your business, you're not going to do it when you feel heavy. You're going to do it when you feel expansive. So what are the things that make you feel like you want to shout it off to the mountaintop, that you want to share it, that you have no choice but to share it out loud with people?
Exactly.
It is your duty. It's part of your service, right?
Right.
So one of the things, like Di Manuel there from Whole Life Fitness Manifesto, he has been a powerhouse in the fitness community for so long, and he cannot not share his stuff. It's like, it's impossible. So what is it, whether you're at the beginning or in the next phase? And my business has changed so much over the years, right? Like I started out as a home stager.
And look where home stager, wealthy reader, right?
Yeah. So like, just to follow like a little bit of a timeline, in 2008, I started the Mizo Design Tarot. That's funny because business, Mizo Tarot.
You can't help but talk about it.
And the reason and how I came up with the name is my brother's name is Zoran, and I put our names together because he was my biggest supporter at the time, Mizo. So it was Mizo, Mila, and Zoran.
Nice.
And
fun tip.
Yeah, and so it was really, really funny. And I started this home staging, and it was a ton of work. 4 years in, I was working 80 to 100 hours a week. I had started the tarot business on the side. I ended up getting injured. So I moved into the tarot business because I literally could not move anymore. My body would not function. I was already like awakening my spirit. This painting is really, really quite a funny thing, which is the back of the Wealthy Reader deck.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
like the back of the card is this painting, but the funny thing about this painting is that I upcycled it from my design wall color paints, and I called it the Mystic Sea. And I didn't know what it was coming about from, but this is what it is. And it was the first intuitive painting I ever did.
Oh my gosh, there's so much energy, and you just connected so many dots that you didn't know were dots at the time. Right? Isn't that fun to trace your trail back?
Yeah. And then so I started doing the tarot readings, but it was a whole different thing because I got all my clients through real estate agents, contractors. I was a project manager because my home staging, it ended up going into renovations because I'll tell you what, real estate agents didn't really like me very much because they had a 50-50 chance of people saying, no, I don't want to sell my house anymore.
Oh.
Because when they saw my designs afterwards, when their house was decluttered, when there were colors that they liked, because I repainted and I did everything.
Oh, wow. You really stayed.
Oh, I don't want to sell anymore. We're going to stay here for another couple of years.
I didn't know our house could look this good.
Yeah. So there you go. And we decluttered and we did this, and wow, it feels so much better and more open. And yeah, we can deal with this right now. So it wasn't great for the real estate agents. So I started into renovation, deal with homeowners, and eventually I got into new construction, which was really difficult. So, and because I was the only female and around with, and it was tough. And then I got the injury, and then I went into the tarot thing.
Right.
The tarot was more connected to my heart. But at the same time, it was a brand new marketing. I had to go online. It was online. I didn't know how to reach people. It was a completely different landscape. And I had to create a new website. I had to do all these things. And like my design website, I got created by somebody else. And then, so that was, I ventured into doing things for myself.
Right.
SEO, marketing, email, I got overwhelmed with all the things, right? I ended up going and doing flea market, actually, which was for a couple of years. Every Sunday I used to go, and I used to have a lineup from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. every day. It was like, all I had to do was show up once a week. I worked like once a week rather than 7 days a week. Like, I just did an interview with April, and I was saying, like, in the 4 years where I ran my design business, I worked seriously at minimum 60 to 80 minimum hours a week.
Right.
And I had like 4 days off in 4 years.
And
it was
something that right, but not right. I mean, that's
surprising that I got injured.
Right. Your body's like, enough, done.
So it actually literally pushed me into doing this. And then at a certain point, my going to the flea markets was great and everything. I met a ton of fabulous clients doing live in-person things. And then I started into the coaching, and the coaching was really, really great as well. The first, it's actually so amazing. And then I 7 times my business, and then all these things. And it was really funny because at the beginning, I really attracted a lot of nutritionists, which I'm totally all about nutrition now. So it's really funny. So I was all like, okay. And it just evolved. Everything just evolved.
Right.
And this deck, I wrote the book as a free offering to begin with, because meetings, just people naturally were, entrepreneurs were naturally drawn to me. And I noticed there was a theme occurring. There's certain cards that I pulled, and there were certain action steps. And that's one of the things with my readings, which differentiates me from other people, is that I always give action steps. These are the action steps. And I'm really big on, you gotta take the action, because you don't know where it's going to lead.
Right.
Either you learn something any way around it. You either learn that it's not going to work for you, or you learn that it's fabulous for you, or you learn become more efficient, and you learn the lessons all along the way.
Right. And it's not just knowing something, it's doing something about it, right? But what I love about your story is that you took everything that happened and you gave it a purpose, right? So it's like I listen and go, yes, you worked 60, 80 hours and your body gave out and you couldn't do it anymore. But actually the universe said, I need you over here, and so
And I listened.
something else and you listened, and it wasn't, oh no. I mean, not that you weren't feeling, oh no, right? When your body's.
Well, I felt that.
but you took something and you made something positive, and you also explained, because when people see you where you are now, we always say that we compare our worst to someone else's best. So if someone's
Right.
and they're thinking about doing this kind of business, or someday they'd like to do a summit, or they'd like to create a deck, or whatever that might be, it's really listening to the wisdom in your steps and your journey and what you're sharing, that, oh, she didn't do everything at one time, and she took things that were new and learned from them and improved from that. And also, what I also heard you say was you took experience from all of your positions and the things you were doing, and somehow it applies now, right?
It does. Now, that's the craziest thing. Now, I'm going to say this. I've gone to, this is funny. I've gone to every university and college pretty much in Vancouver, BC here. And when I went to Douglas College, I took psychology, geology, and creative writing, right? So how is that going to work? But it works for marketing, and it works for blog posts, and it works for crystals, because I'm a crystal lover, right?
Nothing is wasted.
And then I took a diploma in business administration, and I have that. And that's really good for the accounting and learning. Mm-hmm. It was great for learning how to do documents and PowerPoints and be comfortable on the computer and balancing your bookkeeping and stuff like that. So that was really valuable. But the design stuff is also good because intuitively I know people need a certain color, the feng shui about their houses. I get a lot of messages about people's houses. It is so funny. Yeah, it is really funny. And one thing that I wanted to mention too is about you can find the blessing in any situation. So when I got injured, I actually fell. I slipped and fell in the middle of a grocery store. And it was crazy because I was coming back from a tarot reading after working all day in the design business. And I went and I did that. And I had to go and pick up something for dinner. And I was like, okay. And I walked down this aisle and I bit it.
Oh.
And my hip locked, my purse went flying, everything was out of my purse, my hip locked, and I screwed up my hip, neck, back, all the way up, and I had a constant migraine for over a year. I'd say a good 15 months. It was like a headache here, all down there and there. And honestly, and I gained 49 pounds. I've now lost 60 plus pounds.
Woo!
Woo, woo. I'm now back to the weight of when I was 20, if you can believe it or not. But, and the thing is I don't think that if I did not have that injury, I probably wouldn't be as fit or as healthy as I am today. Mm-hmm. Because I had to make a choice and a decision to get healthy. I wasn't going to go on prescription medication and be on antidepressants and stuff like that, because I went to my doctor one time and I was like, I'm so low, I can't do this, and I'm feeling really dismayed, and I'm over it, and this and that, and he gave me all these prescriptions, and I was all like, no. I walked out of that office and I said no. I went to the hip specialist. He told me I was too fat and to lose weight and you get over and whatever. And I was all like, I left that office crying, right? So I had one doctor put me on a whole bunch of pain medication. The other guy said, you're too fat. He literally just said it like that. No bedside manner whatsoever.
Wow.
But I was like, it's been 18 months. In Canada, it takes a long time to get to see a doctor. It was 18 months before I got to see a hip specialist.
Oh my God. All that time. It's
Yeah. And like he looked at me and whatever. And I said, I've already been doing physio, exercise, and all of this stuff. And I'm doing everything in my power to get healthier. And you just come here
right.
and tell me that I'm too fat. And he was like the slimmest, littlest, like runner that you could like imagine, right? Like super, I was like, this guy's
Like a
120
runner son.
pounds, like soaking
Right.
wet. He's telling me this stuff, right? But I left that office with crying. But honestly, that was really, truly the key. I had to get moving more and I had to watch what I was eating. And
Mm-hmm.
I really, really believe that your health and your fitness is the foundation to your wealth and your business. I totally, totally believe it.
If
And getting moving, even though it was so, so difficult. Like when I first started, I couldn't even walk a block. I could barely stand to chop vegetables. I could barely sit for, like, it was, I can't tell you how uncomfortable I was for 18 months.
right.
It took 3 years of recovery.
Yeah, but the bitty steps, that it's the same analogy in business.
It's those baby steps.
That like I'm starting here and I want to be way over there, but it's steps. Sometimes like you have days where you're like, today's so much better, and then the next day might be a little more.
You might be feeling a bit low, and that happens, right? And entrepreneurship is the biggest self-discovery journey you're ever going to go through. You will learn so much about yourself. You will learn so much about your determination, your perseverance, your attitude, your mindset, your limiting beliefs. You have to learn these things.
Mm-hmm.
That is why it's so important to like and routines and schedule and all of these things. Like, you are the power and the creator of your own success or demise.
Yes.
And I could have given up. I could have gained that 50 pounds. I could have said, nope, this is too hard. I could have quit my business a whole bunch of times and got a job somewhere. No, I never did, and I never will. I'm going to tell you. And I'm never going to retire either, because I love what I do. And it will grow and it will expand. But I'm not looking for retirement, and I'm not looking for a vacation from my job. This is my lifestyle.
Right.
My health, my business, everything I do is all incorporated into Mila. I'm just one big ball of Mila, and this is what it is.
And it's many layers of experiences too that moved you here. But you're right. If your health is not there,
your mindset isn't
there. You have to work 5 times as hard to build your business if you're not taking care of yourself. I'll just say right now, like if you are still feeling the way that you feel, those creative days are not there as much.
They're non-existent.
I need to heal, and I need to heal the pain. And that's why being an entrepreneur too, and just from your story, is such a great reflection of you heal in the process as well. But it's so important to do the work so that the ideas can come through. Let's talk about, because moving through all of that, doing all of your healing, all of your growth, turning the things that happen in your life into these valuable lessons that are about business. They're really about life, which is about business, which is about life, right? Because it's all of it. When you're an entrepreneur who's doing something, a business with love, you're the whole, it's all one feeling. It's like, this is why you're here, is to do what you love and what you're passionate about. It was also why you could recognize all the people you invited into this. But talk to us about this idea for your deck. And how did that inspiration come through? Can you share more? Like, I love this idea about this deck that, means business. Yeah. Like, this is amazing.
So, as I said, as I did readings over the years, I was naturally servicing entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. And some of them were men, some of them were women. And I noticed that there are certain action steps that had to happen. So I started taking notes. And I started saying, oh, okay, this is the action step that goes along with this. And this is this and that. And I actually was going to do tarot meanings for business as a free opt-in. And I sent it to my mentor at the time, Dan Locke, who's a multimillionaire. He's my millionaire mentor, king of high ticket sales, Mr. Dan Locke. Makes a shit ton of money, and he saw my book. I sent it to him. I said, this is what I want to do for my opt-in. He knows nothing about tarot, just
Okay.
and he's a very, very alpha male, which is why we're no longer working together, because he's very alpha male, but his strategies and structures are very, very poignant. And I want to say that is that there is a need for the masculine. You have to have the balance of the masculine and feminine.
Absolutely.
That you want to lead with your heart, right? So I love Dan. Really, really, truly helped me in massive, massive ways. But I sent it to him. He said, Mila, this is like worth thousands of dollars. This is not a free offering.
Isn't it funny what we see as, oh, I'll just offer this, and someone else goes, that's
like, what?
That's gold. What are you talking about? But that's when you love it. It just seems.
Yeah, I just wanted to share it, right?
Yeah.
And so I wrote it in December 2015, and I've been really, really.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a while, right? Mm-hmm. And then I knew that I didn't want to do the design for it myself, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to do this. So like last year I ended up finding Mo online, and I reached out to her, and I was all like, I had said, okay, I'm ready. And it was like literally the next day I saw her, and I was like,
she is.
So we've been working on it together. And let's show a few of the cards, because I actually feel the messages on these ones are really, really key. So here.
My goodness.
Let me move. I'm going to move this here. I don't know. There. Okay. So, so here, this one here is, now I'm showing all of the emotion things. So I'm just going to go through a little bit of the tarot deck, because there is 22 major arcana cards, for those that don't know. 22 major arcana cards. Those are the cards that are big life moments. Those are the ones that, let me see here. This is my favorite tarot deck, which is the Mystic Dreamer Tarot. And the major arcana looks kind of like that. Sorry, I know it's really small. But they're the ones that are the star, the sun, the moon, the Hierophant, the High Priestess, and all of that stuff. All of my major arcana decks are called intuition, because I wanted to make this a logical deck, not pentacles, cups, swords. Like, what the hell does swords have to do with anything? Yeah. And swords are mindset. It's mindsets. You want to cut through the mindset stuff, right? So it's
nice. Okay.
And the pink cards are all emotion, right? Our big moments through the major arcana are intuition, because that's what guides us in life, right?
Yes.
These ones that we're looking at are the emotion, which relate to the cups. And then there's also wealth, which is a wealth for wealth and health, which is related to pentacles. And then there's ambition, which is related to wands, those fiery moments. That's where you goal set. That's where you
make that's how you
action, right?
Took these
those ones are orange. Yeah. Those ones are orange because it's creation process, sacral.
Yes,
chakra,
right.
And the mindset is blue because you have to speak your truths, right? And with the throat chakra. And the wealth is green. Like, these colors actually represent, like, they're all incorporated into the design, right? So let's talk a little bit about this one here, which is the 5 of emotion. And this is about fail your way forward. It's all learning. Right?
Which is basically what you said before, right? And what you were talking about in your story. So I also love that your story is in your experiences throughout these cards too.
Oh, it certainly is. Now, if anybody has taken my courses, one of the courses, or listened to me online, you know that I say decide and do. It's one of my things.
Yeah. That's what you said about the summit. Just do it. Make a decision.
Whatever it is,
right,
you want to do, decide. You want to release 10 pounds?
Right.
Decide and do it. You want to start a business? Decide and do it. Make a choice and own it. One of the worst things you can do as an entrepreneur is to delay any kind of decisions. Indecision creates a rut.
Yes.
And it's really tough to get out of ruts.
Well, and every time you think about it and don't do it, I would say whatever it is that feels like your obstacle, you increased and expanded it, and you feel smaller because I'm too busy, because I don't have time, I don't have the money, I don't know, right? So when you decide and just do it, that's how you keep an expansion. So
and it's also showing the universe that you're ready for the next step. You're aligned for the next step. You're ready to do it. You're taking action.
Yeah.
You're not so this is something in manifestation that I think a lot of people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Is you make let's say a money goal, right? I make a money goal. I want $10,000 this month, and and I always recommend write it out how you're going to do it. How would you like to make this money? You're going to sell $1,000 programs, great.
Right.
How are you going to do that?
Right.
Well, necessarily the universe isn't going to give you that $10,000 through that means just because you planned it.
Right.
But they want you to execute it so that they can give you and rearrange the universe in order for you to receive that money. What the universe wants is you to understand is that they just want to see a step. They want to see some effort. They want to see you take that action.
Exactly.
Sitting underneath a apple tree drinking beer all day, you're not going to get it, right? You're going to be stuck there. The universe isn't going to just hand it to you, and opportunities aren't going to come knocking on your door.
Exactly.
You're hiding away. You can create your own opportunities. You can do your own summit. You can start a podcast. You can start
pretty much anything. Yeah.
You can do. We have so many opportunities
and resources
right now. If you've got an internet connection.
Right. The fact that we're all here right now.
Yes. Now, this is 9. So what I failed to mention is that there's major and minor arcana, right?
Okay.
So the minor arcana is those different quote unquote suits. They go from ace to 10. So this is 9, and it's trust what you have called in has already arrived, right? This is
that
manifestation, right?
Yes.
You have that. You want it in your heart. Your desire is there for you. You have that, and it's growing, and you've got to be trusting even in that murky thought in between the thought process and the acceptance and allowance of it into your life. And I love this card that Mo put together here, because I always say this, is everything you desire is already within you. It's already within you. You don't have to attract it. You don't have to magnetize it to you. You don't have to push for it. You don't have to run towards it.
Right.
And make your own opportunities. But everything you need is already within you. And it's growing, right?
I love this because I would say if what you wanted was guaranteed to happen, how would you show up? And that card really presents that for you, that it's already there.
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna stop sharing.
And so, your cards are so expansive on energy. Like, they just feel good. They look good. They're like,
that was in my head, right? Like, seriously, Mo took my design out of my head and put it on the computer, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like whoa.
Hello, divine connection.
Yeah. So it was amazing to see those designs. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. I seriously cannot wait.
It had to be a moment, right? Because when you have an idea and then,
But it was really scary to see it. So I talked about that in Mo's interview. It was really, really scary. And I had to go through some self-limiting beliefs that I didn't even think were there, right? But they were there. They were. I had some stuff to get through over being spiritual and making money, which is really crazy because I've been doing that for so long, right? But I still had some ingrained stuff. Still had to tap on it. I still had to journal on it. Like this stuff comes up, and every time you break a ceiling or you
exactly. I was going to say new level, new devil, because it's
new level, new devil. I like that.
We'll never, because I had a client recently. She said, "But I've done so much work, and the fact that I'm feeling this way." Now she had just reached a new level, like a new breakthrough on her journey, right? And she said, "I've done so much work already, and I've reached this, and am I just hopeless?" I said, "No, we're growing. Like when you're zone, like I'm in a brand new zone. So when your card goes from this idea, it's a vision. It feels real. It feels so exciting." And all of a sudden, it's right before your eyes. It's not in your mind's eye anymore. You're seeing it,
and I'm showing it, and I'm
well, yes, right. It's not just this great idea I'm going to do. It's here. Like
it's here. It's arrived.
Yes.
It's like yes. And the other part of the deck too is that there is court cards, what they call court cards, which are the people cards, and they usually call them queen, king, page, and knight. But I have different names for them. It's like they are visionary, leader, and those types of people that you need to embody in order to be a better business person, right?
Love that. Oh my goodness.
It's a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. Like all of them are really, really fun. Like all the cards are really, really fun. So
I think too, your deck, no matter if you have tarot experience or we always say you don't do that, but your deck is really inviting for everyone.
Well, here's the thing. It kind of combines tarot and oracle decks, right? So oracle decks are really, really, that's so funny. I just picked this up in New Careers right there.
Hey, that's a fairy deck.
Yeah. So it is a fairy deck. So this is a New Career. So it says something on the bottom, right? Most tarot decks only have the number.
Right.
The number. Okay. So my deck is going to be the size of an oracle deck, which is this size, with the writing. So you have a quick snippet, but it's just as detailed as the tarot. So it's a combination of the both of them. And then you're going to get a book. So it comes with a guidebook. But it's good for people that are in business and really business-minded that want to connect with their intuition. And it's great for intuitive people that need to connect more with business. It goes both ways, right?
Good.
I'm a Libra.
That was so good.
Libra, and I like to have it all together, right? I like the logical and I like the woo-woo, so I'm both of them.
Well, what I'm also getting is this, right? You have to learn
the synergistic.
You got to dance between the realms. If you get too heavy in what I call Earth School, which is business and
Earth School
and forms and accounting, right? We get real pulled down. But if you get too and ideas and nothing gets traction. So you really have to learn to dance between these realms and blend them to learn to trust yourself more, which is what your deck helps with, to learn the business side more and your business mindset, which is what your deck helps. It helps to really blend everything. And that is what.
And just FYI, this is really, really, this card, it's the 3 of Cups, and it's about celebrating each and every step of the way. So this is really about celebrating. It's about your success circle. It's about your business besties. It's about all of those things, right? So when I just pulled up these cards and it's New Career and success and celebration, that's a lot of fun. And really the whole main thing of everything that I'm doing is I just want people to really, really start with wherever they are and expand.
Right.
And it's the same thing. And I want it for you in health and in wealth, right? Because I really believe we need to be healthy and
Mhm.
wealthy in all ways and abundant in all ways, in relationships, in love, in money, in feeling fantastic every day. And like for me, getting over my injury and like not feeling pain on a day-to-day basis, that to me, I am so grateful I can move my body.
Yes. Yes. Because
Like, but it took consistent action, and and it's the same damn thing for business.
it is. And it's when you said celebrating the healing, you can work hard, invest yourself in what you're doing, but that's really what I got out of your story the most was the wins that, and this is where I am and this is what I can do, right? Focusing on what you can do something about, and then going to the
Yeah.
next level. And then when you received your health, it was, this gratitude of where I'm at, and always this open view of things, right? And this expansive, and that's, the theme of your summit has just been so much fun because it's been how to grow with that, grow from where you are. I mean, that's
Yeah.
really what you just said too. No matter where you are,
Yeah.
grow
And
from there.
my equation for success is passion plus purpose equals prosperity. I want you to follow your passion, your heart, your love, your inner knowing. And I want you to live your purpose. That's like being of service. That's doing things that you cannot not do. That's your purpose. That's your life mission. That is the thing. And prosperity is inevitable. It will happen no matter what. In fact, I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but that's my painting.
Oh, I'm just
there.
Like glitter. There's so much energy.
I know, that's so funny. It's there, but I keep it there. It used to be behind me. I change up my backdrop, but I wanted this because it's the Mystic Sea and it's the back for the wealthy reader.
Yeah. So the deck, I know it's not exact dates, but it's obviously beyond design stage and putting those things together.
There's a few more cards to be designed, but I'm hoping it's going to be within the next month, and then I need to get one copy at least for myself and Mo so that we can look at it, because I want the highest quality possible for this deck.
Right.
And we still have to design the packaging for it. But it's pretty quick once it gets uploaded to the website and gets sent out and stuff like that. So it really shouldn't be too much longer. The best way to stay informed about that is to get on the email list of the Doing Business with Love, or go to the doingbusinesswithlove.com is where all the replays are here. And I believe that's going to be my new podcast home as well. So that's there.
That's so exciting, podcast.
Yeah, I know. And get on an email list or join the Facebook community, Doing Business with Love. That's the best way to stay informed with that. I do have the wealthyreader.com. I have not put up a page yet for the Wealthy Reader, but most likely by the time you watch this, it'll be up. So, and you can get on the VIP waiting list there.
See, magic happens in steps, people. Magic.
Yeah. There you go.
Awesome. So much fun just hanging out and really hearing. I learned so much about you today. It was really
it's like so much fun.
Makes it more real. Right? It's that you're doing these wonderful and amazing things, but you've been through your own journey, and we all do more about you and how you took all of that and used it, how it's serving you and what you're doing now and the business you're doing and how you're helping people. Now it's all clear. See, nothing was your love and your passion. That, I mean, couldn't help but see all of that, but to hear more of your story behind the scenes and how far you've traveled. It's pretty amazing.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Thank you. That just gets me right here. And it's just been my pleasure to do this summit and to do this. And I thank you so much for interviewing me and having
it's been so fun. I was just like, Yes.
Yes, I'm with you.
Because it was, I didn't know those things. I mean, it's just great. And to get to see more of the deck. I mean, when you,
Yes. I'll be doing I'm going to be doing lots of stuff for the deck. That is one of the biggest things for me. It's the scariest thing to release. I'll be honest, it's the scariest thing for me to release because it's like the world's first. It seriously is the world's first. I have not seen a business deck, and I've not seen like a tarot / oracle combined thing either. So this is like, I'm breaking trail. I am like the first, and it's really exciting and scary, but I'm going to look at the fear as excitement instead of nervous energy. I'm excited towards it. But it's been a really big thing because it's also like, it's about trusting that what I put down there and what I've created is really meant to be part of the thing. But it's part of my heart. Like, I mean, it's like literally part of my heart. I'm all like,
But what I'm also getting, what they're telling me is what you did was you answered the call, right? Yeah. It's that there was a need for this, and you felt that, and you pulled in the information, and you listened to that intuitive download, and you took that. So it's really that this is what's needed in this space right now. And so listening to that instead of, that's what makes it.
One of the things, Nicole, is that I did write this in December of 2015. I did do that, and that's a long time ago. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, I did not release it until now. It's not come about until now with, but here's the thing, is that the universe did not take away this idea from me. It is meant to be me to bring it out.
Absolutely.
It is meant to be my shared journey with you. And I really, really believe that now is the time. Like, it happened with divine timing, and it is needed now. And people are awake enough to understand that this is a benefit to them in their business.
Absolutely. And doing business with love is really, that's the next chapter of business. So, sometimes you receive an idea. Look, the universe is always millions of steps ahead of us, and we're not there yet. And so the world to receive new ideas, sometimes it's kind of like we're doing our best to catch up to the universe. That's why we say no matter what your idea is, the universe has it. And if it were to give you all of that at one time, you'd be like,
oh no,
what
I can't handle it all.
That. But this has been, you had it. It was in collecting phase, I call it, and then incubation, and now it's time, right?
Well, I'm looking forward to doing another summit, possibly this year, in a bigger, badder way. And I'm looking forward to releasing this deck, and I'm really, really looking forward to everything exciting that comes up.
Yeah. And you have a lot of
card for us, and it's
Okay, good.
See only love.
Oh,
can you believe it? Of course, it's that card, right?
Of course.
And on it says, look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings, and only see the love within each person, including yourself, because we beat ourselves up all the time.
Right.
You're resolute and focused upon this love underlies every situation and brings about healing in undreamed of ways. So see yourself with love.
Recap right there.
See yourself with love, serve with love, do business with love. Love is where it's at. We can only, go against the dark with the light, and you're all a beam of light.
Yeah.
And we are here to up-level this earth, and that's what we're here. And it starts with ourselves and seeing only love.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the most wonderful energy exchange there is. Right? It's just giving from
unlimited,
receiving from that right place. That's where we all grow. So it's been amazing. What a perfect card for the end.
I know. But it's also the beginning.
Oh, good one. See?
So funny. Yeah.
It's just fantastic. So awesome. Thank you for being with us.
Oh, hey, I could not do it. This is the thing. I had to move forward on it. It was absolutely had to be done.
Yes. Yay!
Okay, thank you so much. And I think that's it for us. Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye.
I'm on the new podcast starting soon.
Awesome.